Let's be honest. In life, you don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate. Whether you're asking for a salary increase, sealing a business deal, buying a car, or even convincing your stubborn little cousin to give you the TV remote, you're negotiating. And here's the catch. While most people negotiate blindly, winners negotiate strategically. Today, we're diving deep into 99 Negotiating Strategies by David Rosen, a master tactician who spent decades breaking down the art of persuasion, leverage, and deal-making. This isn't just theory. By the end of this breakdown, you'll understand how to control conversations, shape outcomes, and walk away with more than you ever imagined. Let's decode the strategies that turn ordinary people into master negotiators. Lesson 1: Knowledge is leverage. Control the information flow. Rosen says negotiation is not a shouting match, it's a game of intelligence. The side with the most accurate, relevant information usually wins. That means before you enter any negotiation, you prepare like a sniper, not like a tourist. 1. You research the other side. 2. You identify their pain points. 3. You uncover what they want even more than money. When the discussion begins, you listen more than you speak. Every word they say gives you ammunition. Meanwhile, you reveal only what strengthens your position. Why it works. When they talk more, they give away their priorities. When you talk less, you remain unpredictable. Power loves silence. Real-life viewpoint: a friend of mine once negotiated a catering contract. Instead of pitching her price up front, she asked a series of calm, smart questions. What's your event size? What's your timeline? What kind of menu do you envision? Within 15 minutes, the client revealed their budget, their weak spots, and their urgency. By the time my friend made her offer, it was perfectly designed to hit their pressure points. And she walked away with a 40% higher contract than usual. Lesson 2: Silence is a weapon, not weakness. Here's something Rosen repeats throughout the book: never rush to fill silence. Negotiation isn't about fast talking. It's about controlled timing. When you pause deliberately after the other party speaks, they start revealing more or lowering their offer, just to fill the awkward gap. Silence applies psychological pressure without you saying a single word. Why it works: silence triggers discomfort. And discomfort makes people talk, explain, justify, or offer better deals. Real-life viewpoint. A young woman negotiating her rent for an apartment just listened and nodded after the landlord gave his price. She didn't argue. She didn't explain. She just waited. 30 seconds later, the landlord said, "I can drop $50 off monthly if you sign today." Boom. She got the price down without saying a word. Lesson 3: The anchor strategy. Frame the battlefield. One of the most dangerous mistakes in negotiation is letting the other side set the anchor. Anchoring means whoever states the first credible number or position usually pulls the entire negotiation in their direction. Rosen emphasizes, if you want control, set the anchor. State your offer confidently and clearly. Make it slightly ambitious but realistic. Back it with calm conviction. Why it works? Humans subconsciously orbit around the first number presented. Even if they counter, their counter will likely be close to your anchor. Real-life viewpoint: a tech consultant once quoted $7,000 for a project. The client had planned to offer $4,000, but since he anchored first, the counter came at $6,000. They settled at $6,500, way above the client's original budget. Anchor first, win more. Lesson 4: Never negotiate against yourself. This is where many people destroy their leverage without even realizing it. You say, "I'm asking for $5,000, but I can accept $4,500. Congratulations, you just negotiated against yourself. Rosen warns, once you've made your offer, zip it. Don't lower it. Don't soften it. Don't apologize for it. Why it works. The moment you weaken your offer without pressure, you teach the other party to keep pushing. Real-life viewpoint. A freelance designer told a client her rate was $800. The client said nothing. Nervous, she added, "But I can go down to $650. The client immediately accepted $650. Had she stayed silent, she might have closed at $800 or even higher. Lesson 5, walkaway power, detachment wins. You can't negotiate powerfully if you're desperate. Rosen calls this the backbone of leverage, the ability to walk away. When the other side senses you need the deal, they'll push harder. But when you signal calm detachment, even subtly, they start respecting your position. Why it works, power respects options. The party with alternatives sets the pace. Real-life viewpoint: a vendor negotiating a bulk supply deal didn't like the buyer's payment terms. Instead of begging, he simply said, "This doesn't work for us," and stood up to leave. 2 hours later, the buyer called back offering better payment terms. That's the magic of walkaway power. Lesson 6, read the hidden language. Negotiation isn't just what's said, it's what's not said. Rosen devotes multiple strategies to reading nonverbal cues: posture, tone, facial expressions, hesitations. When someone is excited, their energy lifts. When they're uncomfortable, they fidget or go quiet. Spotting these tells gives you real-time feedback without them even knowing. Why it works. People often lie with their mouths but tell the truth with their bodies. Real-life viewpoint. During a business pitch, a founder noticed investors leaning forward when revenue projections came up, but frowning when tech details were mentioned. He shifted his pitch toward business returns instead of technical jargon and got funding on the spot. Lesson 7, trade smart, never give without getting. Rosen says the word concession should come with a price tag. Don't give anything for free. Every time you concede, ask for something in return. If they want a lower price, you reduce the scope. If they want faster delivery, you ask for better terms. If they want more extras, you ask for earlier payment. Why it works. This conditions the other side to value what you offer. Real-life viewpoint, a freelance videographer agreed to add a drone shot to the package, but only if the client paid 30% up front. Both sides won something. That's how pros trade. Lesson 8, the win-win frame, make them feel they're winning. Rosen highlights a subtle psychological truth. People are more likely to accept a deal if they believe they're getting the better end. Smart negotiators don't crush their opponents. They package their offers like gifts. Why it works, humans avoid loss, but love winning. A deal that feels fair, even generous, moves faster. Real-life viewpoint. A car salesperson offered free servicing for 3 months if the buyer paid the full amount up front. The buyer felt like they got a bonus. The dealer got instant cash flow. Both sides felt victorious. Lesson 9, timing is a negotiation weapon. It's not just what you say, it's when you say it. Rosen teaches that strategic timing can flip entire negotiations. Deals made under time pressure are often more favorable to the calm, patient side. Why it works. When deadlines approach, emotions rise, rationality falls. Real-life viewpoint: a supplier waited until the end of the fiscal quarter to renegotiate terms, knowing the company was desperate to close numbers. They got better prices and faster payments. Timing is everything. Lesson 10. Protect your final position. Don't reveal too soon. The fastest way to weaken your power is to reveal your bottom line early. Rosen insists, keep your true limit hidden. Present a strong initial offer. Make incremental, deliberate concessions, and only reveal your final card when it guarantees victory. Why it works. The longer you keep your final position hidden, the more pressure builds on the other side to improve theirs. Real-life viewpoint: 2 applicants went for the same job. One immediately revealed their minimum acceptable salary. The other held their position high, negotiated smartly, and got a 20% higher offer. Never lay all your cards on the table too early. Lesson 11. Emotional control is a superpower. Rosen emphasizes that great negotiators don't let emotions hijack the room. Anger, impatience, or desperation can destroy your leverage. Calmness, on the other hand, is intimidating. It signals certainty and confidence. Why it works. People follow composed leaders, not emotional reactors. Real-life viewpoint. A manager once remained completely calm when a supplier tried to pressure her with fake deadlines. Her steady demeanor made the supplier crack first and reveal their actual flexibility. Lesson 12, create scarcity and urgency. People want what seems limited. Rosen suggests creating controlled scarcity to increase perceived value. Why it works. Scarcity triggers urgency and fear of missing out, FOMO. Real-life viewpoint. A photographer told a client, "I only have 2 slots left this month." The client booked immediately, without haggling over the price. Scarcity closes deals. Lesson 13. Use what-if scenarios to expand the pie. Instead of deadlock, Rosen encourages negotiators to ask, "What if we tried this?" This opens creative possibilities. Why it works. What if feels non-threatening but powerful. It softens rigid positions. Real-life viewpoint. A startup. Negotiating with an investor shifted from, "We need $200K," to, "What if we structure it in tranches?" The investor said yes to phased funding. Lesson 14. Leverage external standards. Rosen shows how citing industry benchmarks, external experts, or neutral data adds authority to your position. Why it works. It's easier to argue with a person than with a recognized standard. Real-life viewpoint. A consultant justified their rate by referencing global pricing benchmarks. The client couldn't argue, and paid without drama. Lesson 15. End with certainty and control. Rosen ends the book stressing that negotiations don't end at yes. They end at clear agreements, firm timelines, and mutual understanding. Why it works. Many deals collapse after the handshake. Pros: secure the foundation before walking away. Real-life viewpoint. A buyer once verbally agreed to a price, but the seller immediately drafted and signed a clear contract on the spot. That clarity prevented backtracking later. Negotiation isn't manipulation. It's a power game of clarity, timing, and strategy. David Rosen's 99 Negotiating Strategies is a manual for anyone who wants to stop settling and start winning. In business, in life, in everyday conversations. You don't have to use all 99 strategies at once. Start with a few, master them, then stack your arsenal. But I want to hear from you. Which of these negotiation strategies are you going to test in real life? Have you ever used silence, anchoring, or walk-away power to win a deal? This is the summary shelf, where every book gives you unfair advantages in the real world. If this breakdown opened your eyes, make sure to like, subscribe, and check out our other powerful book summaries to sharpen your mind and level up your life. Trust me, the next one might just give you the edge you didn't know you needed.